welcome to this healthy diet and weight control webinar. Healthy diet and weight control webinar. Speaking to you on this platform is Dr. Folu Olatona. I'm a consultant public health physician at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, as well as an associate professor of community health and public health nutritionist at the College of Medicine, University of Lagos. I'm speaking to you on healthy diet and weight control. That means we have two things that we're focusing on. First, eating healthy, then weight control. There are many methods of controlling weight, but eating healthy is one of them. So we're going to concentrate on that today. And in the future, we can have other webinars on exercise, stress management, and other aspects of health. But we'll just mention exercise, stress management, adequate sleep today. We will not go in depth. So I'm going to talk about causes of overweight, methods of weight control, how to eat healthy to control weight, physical activities and exercise, stress management and adequate sleep. And I want to assure you that the information you are getting is based on science, is based on good quality research. And as I speak, please ask your questions in the chat room, or you can write them at the end of the seminar. What is weight control? I think that's the first thing we should look at. What is weight control? It means managing weight in a way that will be healthy. Whatever you do to manage your weight, to make it, to stay in a range that you can remain healthy. That's what we're referring to as weight control. Some people will need to lose weight. Some may need to maintain their weight just the way it is. There are very few people that need to gain weight. Such people they are very scarce, that we need to gain weight to control their weight. So I believe that most of us are on this Zoom call because we are interested in eating healthy and losing weight, not because we want to gain weight. Weight is the quantity of matter that is contained in the body. So it can be from bone, muscle, fat, or water. The amount of muscle and fat matters a lot. In situations where people have excess fat, the excess fat can lead to disease. That's what we refer to as obesity. When excess fat in the body begins to cause problems, begins to give people health challenges, then that excess fat, no matter what the weight is, at the moment where excess fat now constitutes a health challenge, that person is regarded as overweight. So that means even if the body mass index is less than 30, the person is still regarded as obese as long as the fat is already causing a health challenge. So from what I have said, that body mass index is the quick measure of weight. That's the quick measure to know how the weight is faring, whether it's okay or we need to reduce it or just maintain it as it is. So if you have not measured your body mass index recently, you need to check it. What is your height? Do you know your weight? Then when you divide your weight in kilograms by your height in meters square, that value that you get, if it's between 18.5 and 24.9, then you have passed. We'll clap for you. But if it's above 25, you are overweight and you need to check, you need to be careful with your weight. You need to start doing exercise actively to control that weight and bring it back, bring the body mass index to below 25. If it's above 30, if the body mass index is above 30, then you're overweight. I mean, you're obese, and it's a more serious condition that you need to pay more attention to. How do people gain weight? I think you should be interested, because if you are trying to lose weight, you need to know how people gain weight so that you will not practice those things that make people to gain weight. First, many people who are overweight have inherited the gene to be overweight. So we call that hereditary factor. If your mom, dad, sibling, somebody you are related to is obese, then you have to be more careful than other people, because there's a tendency to be obese. Then behavioral factors. These are things that we can modify, like healthy eating, exercise, sleep. The way we behave, our habits can affect obesity. So that brings us to the issue of unhealthy diets. Anybody who likes to eat pastries, fried food, takes carbonated soft drinks, even if it's once in a while, it makes a lot of difference in whether you gain weight or not. Then those of us that sit a lot with our laptops to work during the day, you work for hours without any form of exercise. That's what is regarded as sedentary lifestyle. If that's your lifestyle, you are likely to gain weight. Stressful lifestyle and inadequate sleep. I can take those 2 points together. Do you know that if you are stressed, always stressed, you work too hard, you work late, you don't eat on time, that stress produces some hormones that make you to gain weight, especially abdominal fat, which is very dangerous for the heart. So you need to be more careful. People say that young men stretch themselves a lot to get money in early life, but they spend the money on their health late life or later in life. So that means we need a lot of wisdom to manage our lives such that we don't spend a lot of hours trying to make money and then spend that money on health in the future. Non-communicable diseases that we're concerned about, like hypertension, diabetes, cancer, drain money, can turn someone from wealthy to zero. So one has to be more careful to pay attention to these issues and avoid stress. Avoid too much stress. It's not possible to avoid stress completely, but we can learn to manage stress and do our best to avoid. In situations where we cannot avoid, then we alter. If we cannot alter, we adapt to the situation instead of complaining and allowing stress hormones to accumulate in our bodies. Weight control is very important for everyone because it determines our health status. The nutrients that are important to build bone, skin, and hair are gotten from food. And that means we need to pay attention to what we eat to get those nutrients. And at the same time, be careful to avoid junks, food items that will not give us any benefit, but rather will create problems for our health. It's very, very important to avoid them. Many diseases result from unhealthy diets and obesity, and that makes the issue of weight control to be very pertinent. So what are examples of such diseases? Hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, arthritis, kidney stones, gallstones, respiratory problems, osteoporosis, digestive problems, chronic fatigue, premature aging, flat feet. All these diseases I just mentioned are related to food. Can you imagine that what you eat and your lifestyle, whether you are sleeping well or not, can determine whether you would have one or more of these diseases? That makes this topic very important for you. So what do we do? We should go straight to what do we do? How do we manage our weight? Remember that you did not gain your current weight overnight. Therefore, you can't lose it suddenly. There's no quick fix approach to losing weight. If anybody puts up a program to tell you that you can lose your weight fast in 10 days or 20 days, yeah, it's possible to lose the weight, but you have to be careful not to lose your health. So at Pro-HealthyLiving Consultant, we are very passionate about you managing your weight without losing your health. So it's very important to us that you don't just manage your weight, you don't just lose weight. If somebody drinks water and doesn't eat, the person will lose weight, but that doesn't make the person healthy. The person may lose his health. So be careful not to practice the wrong method. And what we refer to as wrong method is yo-yo dieting. Yo-yo dieting. So you see people who are practicing different kinds of dieting. So dieting will not solve the problem. You need to understand how to eat the right kind of food, avoid the wrong kind of food, eat moderately, small portions per time. So if you are used to big plates, the traditional plates, if you are used to it, please stop it. Get a small plate. If you are above 40, get a small plate to eat so that the tendency to eat more than necessary can reduce. If you're using a small plate and that small plate is full, you will feel that, yeah, you are eating well, the plate is full. But if you are using a big plate, you are likely to fill that big plate and eat too much food per time. It's also important to drink water, adequate water intake, avoidance of alcohol, maintain the body's alkalinity, adequate physical activities, adequate rest and sleep, then stretch management. So I want to start with water now. I'll call this session, the next few minutes, the talk as, I'll call it water therapy. That means drinking enough water can actually help you to improve your weight and health generally. 60% of the human adult male body is water. For the female, it's a bit less. But just look at yourself now and say yourself, I am 60% water. 60% water. That's what your body is made up of. So imagine that you don't drink enough water in a day. You'll be restless. You might not even know what is going on. You just feel tired and your body is not functioning well just because you are not drinking enough water. So please keep water close to you. Replace the water lost so that you can maintain the level. That water is very important. First, in transporting nutrients from your food to different organs of the body where they're needed. Then to also remove the waste from your digestive system. So if you don't drink enough water, the feces will be hard, and that increases the risk of constipation. But if you drink enough, the feces will be less dry. You will avoid getting tired easily. Your kidneys will function properly. If you drink enough water, then you can detoxify, remove the toxins from your body. As your kidney is functioning well, your body is detoxifying, is removing toxins, and you are healthier. That's how do you know if you are drinking enough water? Can anybody tell us? How do you know if you are drinking enough water? Okay, everybody on this platform, how have you been checking yourself whether you are drinking enough water? What method? Nobody wants to talk. Okay, so check. Oh, clear urine. Thank you, sir. That's the answer. Always check your urine whenever you go to the convenience. Check your urine. If it's clear like ordinary water, then you are doing well. If it's yellow, you are not drinking enough water. Your urine should not be yellow at all. That's a sign of not drinking enough water. Do you know that any form of detoxification actually supports weight control? If you detoxify often by drinking enough water, you are supporting weight control, because your body loses weight when it's functioning well. You might not even be conscious of it. You might not even plan to lose weight. But if your body is functioning well, it's not stressed, it's being detoxified regularly, the digestive system is working smoothly, the fat will be living where it is. So can you look at yourself? Those places where fats are stored, it means that you are storing toxins. Toxins are stored in fat cells. And that means your body is harboring a lot of toxins. You need to make effort to start drinking more water intentionally. Target 6 liters in a day, and the toxins will be leaving gradually. If you don't drink enough water, you are likely to feel more hungry, you eat more, and that means more weight. The energy, the carbohydrates that you're consuming from your food, it will be difficult to convert it to energy, because you need water to convert it to energy. Water is needed in that process of the conversion. You need water for smooth digestion. All these are very important in managing weight. Target 3 liters in a day, and better taking before meal. During your meal, you need just a little, not one bottle of water. Just sip a little with the meal. For you to achieve at least 3 liters in a day, it's better to start in the morning before any food, before breakfast. Drink 800 mils to 1 liter. So you would have achieved almost 1/3 of the need for the day. Keep water with you, but please don't keep water in plastic jars. Don't keep water in plastic jars in the freezer, in the fridge, or in your car, because the material that is used for those in manufacturing those plastics are not safe when they are exposed to heat or to very low temperature. The material can leak into the water, and that will not be safe for you. It's implicated in cancer. So get a flask or glass bottle to keep in your car. Is worth the effort. You know, many of us are in a hurry to achieve a lot of things, to move fast in life, to be high flyer. But always remember what happens when you become old. How do you want your life to be when you become old? That should inform the way you treat yourself now, not just rushing to make money. Remember that there's no alternative to water. There's no alternative to water. So if some people don't like drinking water. I remember when I was growing up, I didn't like drinking water. So you might be thinking that carbonated soft drinks or any other drink, zobo drink, kunu drink, is a substitute, but it's not. You can get some water from the drinks if it's a healthy drink, fine. But that doesn't mean that you have satisfied your water need for the day, because the other substances in that drink would have occupied some space. So you can't claim to have taken 1 liter of water just because you drank 1 liter of kunu drink. When you feel hungry, anytime you feel hungry, please take water first. I remember a few hours ago, that was around 12 noon. I felt hungry. I felt like eating something. And then I just took a walk and took a bottle of water. I didn't need to eat until about 1.5 hours later. And that's how you can defer unnecessary meals, unnecessary snacks to be able to maintain your weight. Healthy diet. I'm talking about healthy diet now. This is the most important measure for good health. Whatever you eat, that diet, your food forms the building block of your body. And that means you need to pay good attention to whatever you eat. If somebody is building a house and uses the wrong kind of blocks and wrong mixture of cement, sand, that house is likely to collapse within some years. And that's the same way our bodies work. So how long do you want to live? Do you want to live till 70, 80, 90? Then ask yourself whether donuts, biscuits, chin-chin, and noodles, white rice, bread can sustain you till that age. If you want to live long, then you need to make up your mind to build your body with strong materials. You can't compare somebody who eats donut with somebody who eats yam or someone who eats beans and corn. We should go back to the traditional foods and eat healthy so that we can live long in good health. This method we are presenting to you is not telling you to starve, but to eat correctly. The first kind of food that is important for your health is fruits, then vegetables. For the purpose of this discussion, I'll combine fruits and vegetables. They provide adequate amounts of fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytochemicals, and these are all very important in maintaining your health and weight. The micronutrients, vitamins and minerals that are available in these fruits and vegetables are important for conversion of carbohydrates to energy. So if you always eat cooked food alone, you don't eat enough fruits and vegetables, you will not get enough micronutrients to support the metabolism, the conversion of carbohydrates to energy. So what's the essence of eating if you are not getting energy from what you are eating? You will still feel stressed, tired, you reach out for more food, and that means excess weight. So remember, your food is not complete until you have taken raw fruits and vegetables in a day. Interestingly, it's not meant to be taken after the food. It's supposed to be taken before the food. Before the major meals, you should take the fruits before your major meal. If you want to eat salad, take the salad before an heavy meal. If you eat fruits and vegetables every day as recommended, your digestive system will function well. You would also have the opportunity for detoxification, and the two aid weight loss. Remember that fruits and vegetables are not the same. Some people mix them up, but they are not the same. They're actually in different groups, fruits, vegetables, but we usually combine them for the purpose of convenience. So I want you to make this distinction between the two so that you don't eat them wrongly. Fruits, only 2 servings of fruits should be taken in a day. That means 1 big apple, just 1 big apple, or 2 small apples, or 2 fingers of banana, or 2 oranges. So if you follow the trend, that means if you want to take mango, 2 small mangoes, but if it's big, then 1 is enough. In fact, 1 can be more than 2 servings, because what we call a serving is just half a cup, half of a teacup. That means the amount of fruits you need in a day is not more than 1 teacup. So people that eat fruits wrongly put themselves at risk of some other problems. What you are free to eat is vegetables. You are free to eat as much as you want is vegetables. You can eat more than 3 portions, but make sure you eat at least 3 servings of vegetables in a day. So if we are considering 3 servings of vegetables, that means 1.5 cups. Or if you want to imagine that half a cup like your serving spoon, 1 big serving spoon full, that can serve like a serving. So if you take 3 of that in a day, that's good for vegetables. But please don't limit your vegetables to only the cooked vegetables. I want to encourage you to take raw vegetables. Like, can you give me examples of raw vegetables? Anyone? Examples of raw vegetables. Carrots, cabbage, cucumber, lettuce, and others. So fruits are the ones that contain liquid, usually sweet, while the vegetables are the ones that have little or no liquid. Just like water. Tomatoes, thank you. That's another example of fruit. Just like water, fruits should be taken before a major meal. I'm repeating that. Very, very important. And for you to get all the goodness of your vegetables, it's a good idea to make smoothie out of it or juice it. Because you can't chew a bowl of carrot, for example. But if you juice a bowl of carrot, you can get all the nutrients out of that bowl of carrot and drink. So you get a lot of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytochemicals, and other bioactive substances into your body that would help you to lose weight. I remember some years ago, I wasn't conscious of it, but I was just used to the habit of juicing vegetables and drinking every day. And then sometimes I noticed that I was losing weight rapidly. So I just spoke out with the kitchen. I said, what's going on? What's going on? Anytime I weigh, I keep losing weight. And then my maid said, Mommy, can't you see that is this thing you are drinking? Since you started drinking this juice, seriously, you've been losing a lot of weight. So that's what can happen to you if you make up your mind to start taking smoothie from this night or start drinking vegetable juice from this night. Make the effort. If you need to get help, it's worth it. You will not just lose weight, you would also improve your health. Your blood pressure will drop, your blood sugar will drop, other health indices will become better, and I hope you will call me to thank me. Vegetable juice is like a wonder drug that fixes several things. The next type of food is grains, and I like to combine it with legumes. Grains and legumes. They provide a lot of fiber, protein, energy. They're very good for proper bowel function. According to the World Health Organization, 50% of grains taken should be in form of whole grains. That's a natural form that is not yet processed. And I want to tell you that fermented grain is healthful. If you are wondering, is it good to take pap? Is it good to take any form of fermented grain is very good. Just ensure that you are not eating more than necessary. And it's a good idea to combine it with legumes so that you can get a complete array of amino acids that will provide protein. Protein is very important for bodybuilding. So if you take adequate amount of protein, then you can reduce the amount of carbohydrates you eat and manage weight, because protein is not stored in the body, unlike carbohydrates that get stored as fat. So that's how you can manage your weight using that group of food. And I want to move to another group of food, which is roots and tubers. So limit this type of food because they contain a very high amount of carbohydrates. I've been encouraging you to limit the amount of food generally, but this particular group of food is special. And that means you can't afford to eat them freely. They are good, then they're healthy, but must be managed, well managed. So examples are potato, yam, cassava. You can imagine the size of a slice of bread or a slice of yam, thin slice of yam. Limit yourself to about 4 slices per meal. So even if what you want to eat is potato or cocoyam or whatever, just imagine a thin slice of yam that is not bigger than a slice of bread, and limit yourself to just 4 thin slices per meal. I don't encourage people to eat white bread if you are trying to lose weight, because it's made from white flour. I'm talking about cereal. I've talked about cereal before, but I just want to make this comment. White bread is made from white flour. It has no fiber, and that way you would not be able to support weight control, because it will just be deposited in your body. There will not be any fiber to delay the release of the blood glucose. So it's not meant for anybody trying to lose weight. But you can eat wheat bread occasionally. Sweeteners and beverages. Avoid sweets, sugar, honey, and any food item that is made with sugar, honey, or even chemical sweeteners. Please don't run to chemical sweeteners because you are trying to avoid sugar. Chemical sweeteners have a tendency to cause rebound appetite. So they make people to become hungry. Even though you are trying to lose weight, you don't want to drink take regular drinks, but you end up eating more food by taking the drinks that are made with chemical sweeteners, like diet Coke. Avoid carbonated drinks generally, even if it's a grape drink, but as long as there's carbonated water in it, it's not recommended. Avoid alcohol, avoid all processed foods. I want to move on to milk. Milk is animal-based and it contains fats, but you can take the skimmed milk. That's the alternative to full cream. It's not healthy for any adults to be drinking full cream milk regularly. But if you are not a regular milk user, maybe you just take milk occasionally, then that full cream, taking a little of it might not really be a big issue. But I will encourage you, if you are trying to lose weight, to actually try alternative milk products like soya milk, almond milk, tiger nut milk, and others that are made from plant products. No fat at all. Maybe a little oil from the natural substance, natural oil. So these types of milk would help you to lose weight. If you like to drink yogurt, please don't drink sweetened yogurt. That sweetened yogurt will spoil your efforts. Just take the farm fresh yogurt. And if you like to eat eggs, it's not compulsory to eat eggs, but if you like to eat eggs, you can take 2 to 3 in a week, and it's better boiled or poached rather than fried. Don't fry egg, because you'll be introducing oil, and the process of frying the oil can introduce other problems. So I like to say that reducing animal products generally would help you to lose weight. Therefore, avoid meats. If it's difficult, maybe you're addicted to meat, you can wean yourself off gradually by boiling with a lot of onions rather than frying. Over time, you can avoid it completely. So you just limit meat to occasional use. The best option is to eat fish, and the ones with scales are safer than the fatty fishes. Even if you are eating fish, boil or bake rather than fry. Don't say fish is better, therefore you fry the fish. No, boil or bake. Use little oil to cook generally. And if you are interested in knowing the best type of oil, it is olive oil. If you can't afford olive oil, you don't have access to olive oil, you can use a little palm oil or coconut oil, but avoid refined oil. Avoid refined oil. Let me say a few things about physical activities and stress management before I give you room for questions. Physical activities generally help every human being to maintain health or even to overcome health challenges. It's like a wonder drug. One thing that fixes many challenges. So let me encourage you to please get engaged in a moderate exercise for at least 30 minutes in a day, because in our generation, we don't engage in enough physical activities. For people at your level, you are seated, maybe working on your laptop for hours, and you don't have enough time to move around, to do things for yourself. So we're in a generation where you have washing machine to wash your clothes, you take elevator instead of climbing stairs. We're not moving our bodies enough, and that's what is responsible for many of the diseases that we're facing in our days. So that's the reason why exercise is important. We are trying to create physical activities to replace the ones that we have avoided by our automated life. So if we cannot spend hours to walk to our offices, spend hours to wash our clothes or fetch firewood to cook our food, and everything is done in an automated fashion, we need to now create time to intentionally engage in physical activities. And according to science, just doing 30 minutes of such moderate exercise in every day, at least 5 days a week, I say every day as a good student, so that if you aim at every day, you can fall into 5 days a week, because some days you just don't have control over the situation. You can't do exercise. So if you target every day, you achieve 5 days a week of 30 minutes of moderate exercise. That helps you to maintain your health, maintain your weight. But if you want to lose weight, then you can't stick to 30 minutes schedule. You need to improve it. When I was trying to lose weight, I used to do exercise for 2 hours. I don't have that luxury of time now, but that period in my life, it was a season that I took my health as priority and lost 20 kilograms of body weight. If you want to read my story and what I did, just look out for my book on healthy diet and weight control. I'll show you in a short while. Okay, so exercise is a type of physical activity that is planned, structured, repetitive, and intentional. It's important to aim at it so that you can maintain your health. There are different types of exercises: endurance, strength building, balance, flexibility. All of them are very important for health. But the ones that we're more concerned about for weight control are endurance and strength building exercises. Flexibility exercises help you to be healthy generally. And I told you earlier that anything that makes you healthy generally is good for weight control. Why is exercise important? I've tried to explain earlier, but I'll just repeat it, that most people in our days are sedentary. Most of our jobs are done seated. So we need to recognize this and intentionally add exercise to our lifestyle. You don't have to go to the gym every day. You don't have to subscribe in any gym. There are many activities out there in everyday life that are readily available: climbing stairs, cooking, moving, cleaning. Integrate all of them into your lifestyle, but add planned, structured exercise. How does exercise affect weight control? The balance between energy intake and expenditure is very important. So if you eat moderately as recommended, that amount of food that is enough to give you the nutrients needed is too much in terms of weight. And that's why you must do exercise to get a negative energy balance. So intake is expenditure. Intake minus expenditure. If it gives you a positive balance, then you are going to gain weight. Moderate exercise at the rate of 6 kilometers per hour will burn about 276 calories per hour. So try to imagine what one piece of cake will do to your life. If you are going to burn 276 calories in 1 hour, and one piece of cake is going to give you 300 calories. You know, in those days when we were growing up and we had birthday parties and other events, cake would be cut into small pieces and just pick a little. But now we are in the days where people take big chunks of cakes and everybody feels free to take another chunk, and maybe the same day you eat biscuits, same day you eat processed rice and take a drink. You've gotten 400 calories extra compared to what your body really needs. It's going to take you 1.5 hours to burn that 400 calories. Otherwise, you store it and you become fatter and increase the risk of different diseases. So exercise is very important. It can even guide you to mind what, because by the time you get engaged in 1 hour of exercise, you would have lost some time and you may be feeling that you need to move on to your job. So why would you eat another piece of cake and require another 1 hour to burn it? The best time to do exercise is early in the morning to become active on time, so that your body can lose some weight. If you have eaten, then the body has energy to use. There is not necessary to go and get it from the liver. But if you've not eaten, your body has no choice but to obtain energy from the stored fat, and that way you are able to maintain your weight better. This early morning exercise aids weight loss better. It also helps you to combat the stress of the day better. But if you don't have the opportunity of early morning, you can make use of your break time. But it's better to avoid any form of strenuous exercise 3 hours before bedtime. So if you go to bed by 10, then you have no business doing exercise by 7. But there are some people that can sleep even if they do their exercise 9 p.m. they can sleep by 10 p.m. If you know you are like that, no problem. But if you are like me, sensitive, be careful. Don't do your exercise late at night. Outdoor exercise is better because you get fresh air and vitamin D. Just ensure that you use a safe environment. You need at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week for maintenance, and then to lose weight, you should target 45 to 60 minutes. Plan to do the exercise daily. Have a specific time, a specific routine that you can adhere to. Routine helps people to maintain habits. And if you maintain a routine for 28 days, it can become your habit and it can become part of your lifestyle. It's a good idea to add an activity that is of interest to you so that you don't get discouraged. You can also get your partner, if you're married, to do the exercise with you. That can make it more interesting and help you to adhere to the schedule. Use TV time to engage in cycling instead of sitting down to watch TV. Get support. Can be a partner, can be a friend, a child, a parent, whatever. Someone that will support you on the journey. If you're above 40, please get a prescription from your doctor Don't just go on treadmill and grind yourself away. You can never go wrong with walking anyway. So you can start with walking for 30 minutes and try to increase it over time. Use appropriate shoes and clothes so that you don't injure yourself. Avoid eating just before or immediately after exercise. Give some space. You can start with a warm-up and end gradually. Moderate exercise had advantages. Just make it regular. Don't go into complete rest or overtraining. There are some weekend warriors who would want to do exercise for 3 to 4 hours in a day just because they're not available. They don't have enough time to do it during the week. Be careful, because that kind of irregular schedule can injure someone's health. So if you know you don't do exercise regularly, don't overtrain. Don't do 5 hours. You can, if you don't have enough time, maybe you can get 15 minutes every day and then weekend 2 hours, fine. But the gap should not be too much. Now, talking about stress, I would just say that there are 2 types of stress. It can be eustress or distress. Eustress is the good one that helps you to work hard and be more productive, while the distress is the kind of stress that makes you to break down and makes it difficult to be able to continue with your goal. There are different factors that can cause stress: noise, traffic, inadequate sleep, unhealthy diet, and others. But the most important factor that affects people is social, difficult relationships, loneliness. Those are the most difficult part. That's why we must be careful to maintain good relationships with others. Stress can present as headache, pain, or tight feelings in any part of the body, panic, anxiety, trembling, rapid heartbeat, distress in the stomach, irritability, anger, indecisiveness, change in eating habits, crying, yelling, throwing things, sleeplessness, restlessness. What do? You need to identify the source of stress in your life and deal with that stressful situation, because it will not just make you gain weight, it can destroy the heart. The target of stress hormone is the heart, and stress can also affect the brain. Keep a stress journal. Anytime you are stressed, write down what is happening at that time. Then focus on what makes you feel calm and in control. Make it a priority in your life. Anything that will make you feel calm and be in control. One of the things you can do to manage stress is to avoid excessive use of adrenaline unless you are in emergency. You need to manage your time well so that you stop rushing. You need to avoid negative emotional habits like worry or anger. Make time for fun and relaxation. Don't work too late into the night. Don't sleep late. Try to maintain a good routine. Go to bed around the same time every day and wake up around the same time. That would help you to manage stress. Inconsistency in sleep time or meal time can actually pose as a source of stress. The methods of stress management can be classified into 4 major types: avoid, alter, adapt, or accept. The situations that you can avoid or alter are situations that you can change. You can avoid negative emotions. You can alter situations by delegating people to assist you or expressing yourself, how you feel. But there are some situations you cannot change. So what do? You can change your reaction, can adapt to the stressor. You are dealing with traffic, or there's nothing you can do about the road. So at such a time, what the best you can do is just to adapt to it and just be happy. You can be playing music or playing a seminar or reading if you have chauffeur driven. Then accept. Can somebody mention an example of a stressor that you must accept? A stressor that you must accept. Okay. One stressor that you must accept, that is better you accept, is a boss. Yeah, schoolwork. Thank you. Schoolwork. if you are a student, there's nothing you can do. You can't alter, you just accept this situation and face it squarely. Another one is your boss in the office. You can manage your boss, just accept the person as he is. You know that this person is like this. There's nothing you can do about it. So accept the person as he is. Another one is your partner. Instead of complaining about your husband or wife, accept. So that brings me to the end of stress management. And I would like to mention that rest and sleep are also very good methods of managing stress. Sleep is God's stress buster. Just sleep. You might be feeling ill, feeling stressed, as if the whole world is crashing on you. Just try to sleep before 10 p.m. and you will experience a lot of relief. You need 8 hours of sleep daily. Have a sleep routine, dark room, clear mind, and 1 day in a week to rest, at least 4 weeks annually to also relax. All the things I've mentioned today, I would like you to bear them in mind and practice them, not just to attend this webinar. Don't skip meals. Don't restrict calories too much. Just eat just enough. When you are satisfied, stop. Don't eat until you are full. It's better that food goes into the dustbin than goes into your body. You've gained weight over several years. You cannot lose it suddenly. You just have to be disciplined to avoid unnecessary food. Start with what you know, what you have understood from this webinar. Start with it. Practice it until it becomes an habit. Don't wait until you can run for 1 hour. If you can walk for 15 minutes, start and increase it every day. Celebrate little changes. Do you have any question? Before I close, any question? I will entertain a few questions. Okay, no question. Very good. So if you want to eat, which one is more important, to enjoy yourself or to eat for health? Anybody would like to answer? Go ahead. We're listening.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Doc.
Yes, I want to ask about coca oats. Is it
Okay.
healthy?
Yes,
Some people
oats.
say that it's processed.
Okay. So oats is healthy, but coca oats
Okay.
is the white form of oats. Just like we say local rice, brown rice is healthy, but white rice, that
Okay.
processed form of rice, is not healthy. That's the difference.
Okay.
But if you don't have a choice and you want to compare oats and bread, you are better off with oats because it's natural.
Okay.
There is
So,
nothing has been added to it. It's just oats. The only difference is that part of the fiber has been removed. That's the only difference. But if you are comparing it with biscuits or custard, then oats is better. But when you are shopping, look out for old-fashioned oats. It's big. It's not quick. It's not 1 minute. Okay. Can you talk about vegetable smoothie? Yes, vegetable smoothie. You can use any vegetable you like and add a sweetener like banana or dates. But please don't add sugar, don't add honey. You can also add avocado, add chia seeds so that you can get more nutrients from that smoothie. The seeds will give you more protein. We add protein, fat, a little natural oil from the seed, and then if you add almond nuts, you can get more protein. From banana, you can get more vitamins, and then it can sweeten the smoothie. So that's the way to make smoothie. Just make sure that it's smooth. What will make it smooth? The avocado can make it smooth. The banana can also make it smooth. But even if you can't get any of these other ingredients and all you have is your carrots and cabbage, Yeah, just drink it like that and you get the wonders of vegetable. Is tiger nut drink a good substitute for carbonated soft drinks? Yes, tiger nut drink is healthy. It's not just a good substitute, it's a superfood. So I encourage you to take as much tiger nut drink as your body can tolerate. So we're going to draw the curtain there, but I will do well to share the video with you on that WhatsApp group until the group is deleted very soon. Have a nice evening. Bye. Drink at least 3 liters of water, at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, reduce animal food, and have regular exercise. Have positive attitude to manage stress, relax, and sleep well. If you like to purchase our books, please pay a visit to www.pro-healthyliving.com. Pro-healthyliving.com. Can you see my screen? The website is on the screen. And you can also follow Folu Olatona on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Yeah. Somebody is saying something. Okay, you can download the ebooks from that website. You can call my number to place your order. Have a nice evening. Bye.
All right. Thank you very much.
Welcome. So check the WhatsApp group for a few days. You can get out.
Bye.
Put the video on the WhatsApp group for the next few days in case there are 1 or 2 people that didn't attend. Yes.
My phone is hanging. I couldn't type.